needs to be stopped.
The only way for evil to prosper is for good men to do nothing.
I'm telling you, this evil freaking midget, this guy. Like, how the hell
is this the era of the UFC?
Man, I'm just sick of this. Like, who the hell is this guy? Where did this dude come from? This dude is built different. I'm telling you guys, this guy is not normal. This guy, this tweet perfectly encapsulates it. This dude is freaking Randy Orton in 2009, doing some evil, just going around doing some evil shit. Like, look at him. He doesn't even look worried. He never looked worried in the fights. He was hugging Charles. He was happy coming. He was like, yeah, I'm gonna knock you out the whole round.
I know the worst part of all this is that, like, at least wrestling is fake. This shit is real.
Bro, like,
at least they wrote Randy Orton to be like that.
Dude, this guy
is just the epic. This guy is the sum of all evil.
Bro, how is he this small and that strong? Like,
he started fighting at bantamweight.
But like, Charles towered over him. So I'm like, okay, he may have some resistance. And Charles fought like himself. Like, look, we all knew Charles was going to get caught with something and get finished. But guy, in one round, Charles got him down and ended up on his back. And then when they reset, Brody just set up, hit him with a right hook. Charles was coming in with his left to just hit him with a right hook.
See, look, a lot of people have complained that Charles' issue is
still hit him with the left. He still hit him with the left as it was going down.
Yeah, the left is what like crumbled him.
No,
over.
It's the right. He was already going down. When he hit him with the right, he was already going down. The left he was already out when he hit him with the right.
Yeah, he was out.
The left was
the left is what made him. When I say, that UFC 5 like knockout animation, he would have fallen differently if the left didn't touch him. He would have fallen very differently.
There's so much.
Charles' head went to his
There's so much. The science with this dude makes no sense.
Ilia Topuria needs to be studied.
Like, the way I see these guys, like I was telling the guys on that weird UFC group chat with Yemi and Ferrami, I was telling them, like, this dude is like Canelo who can wrestle. Cause what the hell is that boxing? Like, why is his boxing so crisp? Why is he so precise? Like, it's like he. Remember when he was saying, "Oh, poor Charles," he was like, "Oh, it's not supposed." He told him it's not supposed to be you.
This wasn't for you.
It wasn't for you.
I wish it wasn't.
I'm very sorry. He said, "I actually like Charles. See what you did to somebody you like." I hate to see what he's going to do to Paddy that he actually hates. He hates Paddy.
I know.
He fucking hates Paddy. He told him.
Paddy said that I'll be champion before you. This guy got 2 belts before Paddy.
Got 2 belts.
Not one, not 2. There's generational hatred inside this man.
This little bastard. See, Islam. I'm not a fan of Islam and the Dagestanis. I'm not a big fan of them.
You need to calm down.
Islam has to come down.
It's come back down,
and that's the only way this thing can end.
Islam needs to come back down, bro.
This dude is going to sleep. He's going to freaking
sleep. Paddy gets caught in the same kind of shots.
Paddy looks bigger than him, but Paddy is about the same size as Charles. And Charles is even more proven. Charles is one of the best lightweights of all time. Like, if you're talking lightweights only, like top 10 lightweights of all time, he's there.
His name has to be there.
He's there
because he's fought everyone at every level.
Every single ranked lightweight, he has fought every single one.
When was the last time Charles fought somebody on?
Even Islam hasn't fought all the ranked lightweights. Charles has fought all ranked lightweights, and see what this freaking evil 2009 Randy Orton dude. This is an act of terrorism, in my own opinion.
Terrorism should not be allowed in the UFC.
I'm telling you, and the way he said it, like, you remember that time he was on Joe Rogan's podcast, he said, "I am way stronger now. I am so much stronger. Like, if I touch him,
his chin
gonna explode." I was like, yeah, sure, yeah, right, sure. But he I thought it was going to be a TKO. I thought he would hit Charles with something and just,
then you go for the ground.
Bro,
no,
Charles was out. Charles just fell. I've never seen Charles Oliveira crumble like that.
Mind you, Volkanovski never been knocked out. Holloway never been knocked out.
Volk has been knocked out, but at welterweight. He was at welterweight earlier in his career.
At featherweight,
but
Volk was invincible.
Bro.
He was invincible. And look at him, he got washed.
Bro.
Holloway got washed.
The unbreakable granite chin.
Everybody said nobody knocks out Holloway.
I'm seeing some people are already saying like, oh, Charles was 10 losses. I don't know. We're not trying to hear that.
Don't
you will not diminish.
Don't diminish.
You will not diminish his
what
win.
This evil has proffered for us.
See, this is what happened when good men sleep and make excuses. Evil reigns. This tiny dude. So who does he fight next? Because clearly Dana has no interest in making
party fights.
I think it's probably Arman. I feel like it's Arman.
Personally,
our beef with Arman. Yeah, we want. It's always gonna be fuck Arman Sarukian on High Guard TV.
Yeah,
it is what it is.
Support this.
It's nothing personal, but they
but then again, I also don't want just engage you to get to fight.
Yes, how you get a win after beating a Rafael Fiziev on short notice?
Bro, come on, that's
on short notice. You went to a decision with him. Come on, dog.
You had 2 decisions with Fiziev on short notice.
The first fight we give you, the second fight
gave you trouble.
Fiziev gave you trouble in that second fight.
What would Charles functionally knocked you out with that right hand, and then what's his name choked you out.
I'm just like, man, shout out Ilia Topuria. Ilia Topuria is probably pound for pound, in my opinion. He's joint pound for pound number 1 with Islam Makhachev, in my own opinion.
We're going to talk about the pound for pound rankings in the next match, mind you. But please go on.
But I think shout out to Ilia Topuria. He is great. He has come into his own. He was saying that people shouldn't be calling him El Matador because he feels like he's beyond that.
Just a simple Matador, that he's La Leyenda.
Yes, like
the legend.
She understand.
The legend. This guy is a living legend though.
Like, I think he has done what it takes
to be considered a living legend.
To be considered La Leyenda.
In the span of 1.5 years.
So, and he has done it. And you see, John Jones fans, this is what it means to be great. You can't rest on your laurels. You understand? So the dude is, for some people, he's like Leyenda, which I do understand. But with the way he's moving, the things he's doing,
this guy he has a strong case for going to be a GOAT.
I'm telling you,
that's a very strong case.
A lot of people call
he's
Conor
not
McGregor.
Fighting anybody.
A lot of people call Conor McGregor. A lot of people call Conor McGregor great because of having a run, like the kind of run Ilia has right now. But
Conor McGregor never defended titles.
Ilia has defended. He has moved up.
He has
beat a very game. He really didn't want to go after Charles. Truly, he was going after Islam. You understand? So I feel like this dude. I don't know, man. I will never doubt this dude again. If this dude says he's going to choke out Arman Sarukian, if he does choke out Arman Sarukian, you have to put him on MMA Mount Rushmore.
Definitely. And he said that he wants to. He said personally he wants to choke out Islam. So I'm now starting to get scared.
This is why we said that fight with Islam was the man. Oh, dude. And let me not say another thing. I just want to say, as Charles fans, shout out Charles, but styles make fights. At the end of the day, Charles
didn't make any mistakes.
Reckless. He fought the way he normally fights.
He pushed offensive wrestling.
He
went for a calf slicer at the cage when he was on the bottom, which was great, mind you. But this short midget dragged him to the center of the cage.
This dude is just
on
so strong.
one foot.
I remember when George Masvidal was talking about this guy like years ago, and that's when he was fighting whether Jai Herbert or Bryce Mitchell. That's when
I saw the Bryce Mitchell fight.
Where George Masvidal was talking about. It was an old interview. He was like, he said, "There's this little kid who's a lightweight, but I guarantee you, I see this dude knocking out welterweights. I think he can go to 170 and knock out." The guy is very skilled.
Like when he was
boxing.
The guy was hitting
me. He was hitting me. Every single thing hurt. So, this is basically a Ilia Topuria Glaze video, and we'll still love you no matter what.
Our beloved the Bronx.
Yeah, we still love you no matter what. Never forget you. One of the greatest lightweights of all time.
2022 was one of the best years of my life as an MMA
shout outs Charles Oliveira, but Ilia Topuria is just a fucking king. Like, so shout outs Ilia, he's amazing. But let's move on. Speaking of pound for pound, let's move on to another pound for pound great.
Alessandro
the fighter that nobody wants to respect because he's in the flyweight division. Sorry about Nigerian internet, but you people see what we have to live with. But anyway, while this thing is loading, let's just talk about the cannibal Alexandra Pantoja killing Kai Kara France in a very, very rudimentary fight.
Look, I told everybody how the fight was going to go.
France didn't even do much, in my opinion. He didn't stand a chance.
Pantoja looked bored in the F&B. That's why
I told you,
that's why I wanted Joshua Van to win. Because if Brandon Royval wins, it's going to be the same thing again. Yeah. So at least we get new blood on the altar of the cannibal.
Can you stop saying things like that? Like, now, I'm a devout Christian. We can't be saying things like blood on the altar of the cannibal on our channel. Anyway, Nigeria internet refused it to load.
Now we have to talk about the pound for pound ranking.
Why is he number 9?
This guy should be number 2. You know, I said Ilia and Islam should be joined to number 1.
This guy Merab joins number 2.
And Merab joined number 2. Or this guy number 2, Merab number 3. Or Merab number 2, this guy number 3. This dude is just great, man.
Like for Christ's sake, why is Bilal and Alex Pereira higher than him on the pound for pound ranking?
Because they are more entertaining. And everybody.
Bilal.
It's just, I think I think Dana just hates the flyweight division.
I feel like
saw it the way he did it with Mighty Mouse, and now he's doing it with the Cannibal. And this dude says he doesn't want to move up and fight. He has no interest in moving up and fighting Merab. Well, I understand Merab is quite bigger than him. He's a little guy. He's a little guy, you know.
Merab is not big, like tall, but like he's big.
Big, like size-wise, he's rounded,
he's so
well-rounded.
Broad, that chest,
so I saw two of them.
I
saw two of them backstage. You know, he was hugging. He told him, "Yo, man, I don't want to fight you." But Charles Pantoja, another rudimentary win over an opponent that he already beat.
I told you the sub was in there. That there's a chance for a sub.
You should listen to my picks. I know this shit. I was there. I know this.
You usurped my channel and went and spewed.
You were on a date.
Lies.
Guys, he didn't go to work. He went to see.
I went to work. Then I went on a date. You understand? I have a life, obviously. Not like the very lost individual sitting beside me.
I have a job.
Going on a job as a software engineer.
I'm a game developer, you guys.
Whatever. Fucking nerd. But anyway, shout outs Alexandre Pantoja. He proved once again that he is a pound for pound king and also should be shown more love. I want people like this to be shown more respect in the MMA community than people like Johnny Meat or Johnny Thailand Boys or Johnny or JDD Jones, whatever his name is, whatever the guy goes by, the man who fears Thomas Pina. Well, shout outs Alexandre Pantoja. An excellent champion, and continue to do what he wants to do. And he even called out the minivan, Joshua Van. He told him, call him to state.
So let's go in there to Joshua Van versus Brandon Royval, the fight of the night.
You know what time it is? The fight of the night.
The speed, the pressure. Both of them were game as fuck in that fight.
Not gonna lie. Easy said this dude is like Pac-Man. Manny Pacquiao. Back in the 2000s. And I definitely do see it too, but shout out to Royval. Royval was game. It was a good back and forth.
Royval
was very close. I feel like there should have been 2 more rounds, in my opinion. I wanted 2 more rounds of those fights. Okay, flyweights are very entertaining.
Okay, but here's the thing.
Flyweights are fucking entertaining. They don't get enough love.
Royval was pushing a lot of the pace in round 1. And then he got dropped at the end by Van. So that's how Van took that round. Yeah. And the same thing happened in round 3. Because Royval actually did have more significant strides, but he kept getting dropped. So if it had gone on longer, Joshua Van probably would have got the stop.
Shout outs to Brandon Royval for putting on this spectacular.
I told you guys, a lot of these flyweights, not much surprise them, except Manuel Cap is trash.
Manuel Cap. I think Brandon Royval should go back and get the fight with Manuel Cap.
Knock him out, man.
Knock him out. If he knocks out Manuel Cap, he can get him a title shot.
No, Manuel Cap will say that his pussy was injured or something like that.
Something like his vagina hurts. Or maybe on his labia. Manuel Cap is softer than women in MMA. Women's like he's the softest fighter.
All he knows how to do.
Like every single fighter, like for God's sake, Vivian Rao and Tracy Cortez are tougher than that dude. That dude is soft as hell. He's the weakest Portuguese nigga I've ever seen in my life. Shout out Cristiano Ronaldo, greatest of all time.
At the bottom of
dude, I think that's just his life.
All his life is
maybe they should make Royval. You should go and whip that pussy into shape and just whip Manuel Cap. Or maybe Manuel Cap should fight Kaya Sakura again. They fought on Ryzen, stuff like that. But anyway, back to these guys. Joshua, the minivan from Myanmar. I want to see Brazil versus Myanmar. So please, Dana, make this versus this.
Make this fight and we'll all be happy.
Be happy, great fight. Then next one, moving to a fight, deals with 2 very lost individuals.
But I told you what will happen.
I said, who the hell gets dropped by Renato Moicano? I'll tell you. Islam Mahashem. Hey!
And Benoit
Scamdini, very lost individual. But anyway, But Dariush was able to get it done. He was able to stay safe. He was
the fight better than
the fight went exactly where we thought it would go. He used his wrestling a lot, he tried to stay safe. He still got dropped because his chin is very, very
suspect,
non-existent.
Benny, walk on that guard, please.
I don't know what you gotta do, man. Like, come on.
I need you alive, please. Walk on that guard.
Just go. I don't know. You can go.
Look, man, Moicano, he's a good little fighter. Yeah, he's a good little fighter, but he's not there. Yes. You know what I'm talking about. He's not there.
He can do some good works in the rankings from time to time.
But he's not
maybe crush an up-and-comer, but I don't think he's there yet. But shout out the real one. Shout out Benny Darius getting the win over Renato. I can't afford to lose. Manny Moicano was a great fight. Up next, we have this very lost individual
versus another lost individual.
Seemingly lost individual. Weakest nigga. How the hell do you lose to someone who paints his nails and goes on stripper pose? Peyton Talbot, the very terrible fighter.
I feel like he finally
I kind of knew this dude.
Second round from.
I kind of knew this dude was going to get it done, but I was like, you know what? Just to be on the safe side, I knew it was going to be a decision because this dude don't got power.
Oh yeah, no, it was definitely a decision. This was the only thing I missed in my prediction.
Yeah. And one of those dudes, I don't know whether one of those dudes in that our WhatsApp group said Peyton Talbot is a generational talent. I spit on that generation. Yeah, that generation is lost. May they never be found.
Don't need to see any of them.
Really don't want to see this dude. I hope he fights Malcolm Wellmaker and
yes.
put to sleep.
Yes, that's the fight I want to watch.
I really don't like this guy.
Dana, please.
I really don't like this guy.
Dana, please give Malcolm Wellmaker his shots.
Shout out to him. You understand? Like, there's no hate in our bone on High Guard TV, and at least he's not Mario Bautista. If Peyton Talbot is fighting Mario Bautista, I will definitely be rooting for Peyton Talbot, and I hope he stops the villainous Mario Bautista. But until then, I'll just keep shitting on him and hoping he loses. So, shout outs to him though. He actually did well. Anyway, let's just breeze past the prelims.
Oh no, wait, we can't breeze past this fight.
Oh, come on now. Come on. You called it that RoboCop was going to chase him and knock him out.
Oh my God. And that knockout was like, dude, why did you now go and do
I knew this dude was going to try and run. And this dude chase him. And that's exactly what happened.
With that left hook. He died on the floor. Then before Heavy could get there, RoboCop had already crawled over his body to run. Come on, bro. It was not necessary.
I'm very, very happy RoboCop knocked out Jack Everson. I really don't like this guy. I really don't like this
Jackie. Come on,
I really don't like this. Ever since he lost to Robert Dolise, I've hated this guy. So, I'm really happy. Shout out RoboCop. It is what it is. A real one. Up next, we have Haida Amil versus Jose Miguel Delgado. Nobody gave a shit for but some people were picking Haida Amil to win this guy. Like, I don't get big stuff. What? Big stuff. What?
What was your content?
Big stuff. What? I'm happy that Jose Miguel Delgado finished this very lost individual.
Not him spark out.
Knocked his spark out.
And then when he now went to do the ground strikes, he woke him up and then dropped him again.
So I was very happy that happened because I see people say, "Oh, you don't know Haida Amil is from the Philippines." I'm like, "Fuck this nigga, man!" Like, I don't know why I don't like. I can't. If I could tell you,
I know why High Guy doesn't like him. His jaw is too big, which was what made it clear target for.
If I don't even know why. Like, if it was
such a very clear target.
Like, if I could really tell you guys why I don't like this dude, I'd be lying. I really don't know why I don't like this guy, but I just feel like he's very annoying. He's a very lost individual. I was rooting for this dude and I bet on this dude. Shout outs to him. And then the lovely Mrs. Tracy Cortez, she got it done over Vivian Arroyo, but in typical women's MMA fashion.
Straight decision, baby.
Straight decision.
Tracy Cortez, I feel like if she learns how to roll her head when she throws punches, because she has this thing where she's stiff after she throws a punch and she gets caught on the exit, which is what Thug Rose took advantage of when they fought. But
anyway, let's just hope Tracy Cortez can.
You can give her 30 shots. Like, it's not that bad.
And plus, women's MMA, she's got the goods. She will sell.
She'll sell a ticket if you put her on the title shot.
It was a very, very difficult for Nigerian internet, but
it's shaming us.
It's shaming us. Y'all see what we suffer on High Guard TV to bring out content for y'all. Up next, we have this fight that everybody predicted would not see round 2. Terence McKinney is allergic to round 2.
Yeah, I have never seen it round 2. 16 round 2, round 1.
I will still tell you people that 16. I don't trust Terence McKinney. His chin is suspect.
16.
His chin does not exist. His IQ is.
Don't mind Highgard. Highgard loves Terence McKinney. He loves her. Yeah, Highgard loves this guy.
The reason why I like Terence McKinney is that he's either getting finished or he's finishing somebody.
Yeah.
Pause. But you get what I'm saying? Like, this dude, man, like I was going to this fight, I was like, man, this fight can't go to round 2. I don't see this fight going to round 2 because these two dudes are very, very,
very aggressive. Slavic Claus, man, he still got picked.
What did you call him? Slavic Claus. His name is Vyacheslav.
Vyacheslav.
Yeah,
this nigga is Slavic Claus.
Like, who is Slavic Claus?
His name, Slavic Claus, bro.
Anyway, I'm happy the dude got finished. I really can't tell you why.
He tried to pull a Volk with the body twitching.
Yeah.
But nah, that shit was locked in tight, bro.
Ever since Chase Cooper beat this dude up with 1 billion ground strikes, I've never trusted the guy. Like, he can make it scrappy and get close. But shout outs T-Rex McKinney, that was a great one. And, probably he'll get finished probably in his next fight. Up next, lightning rounds. Jacob Smith did what we thought he'd do.
He needs to work on that cardio, Sharon. But whatever.
Jonathan Denis.
He took out Alvin Hines. But shout out to
80-year-old Alvin Hines.
Shout out to Alvin Hines. He's a prospect. He's 31 years old.
He hung in there. He hung in there. And he went to decision. But all in all, it was a great card. It was a banger card.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Marked by the performance of this very evil individual. This week I think they are having
I think it's Tallison. It's Tallison Cheshire versus Derek Lewis.
I really hope Derek Lewis knocks that dude out, but that will likely not happen. So.
Yeah, we'll drop our thoughts.
I don't think we'll drop our thoughts on that one. I don't feel that. I don't want to stay up and watch that. Like, honestly speaking, I want to just get to Dustin Poirier versus Max Holloway.
So maybe we'll take a break.
No, what we're going to do is that we're probably going to just talk about the card, do our early predictions for the main card.
Yeah. And then
because the main card has dropped, as you guys can see, the main card has dropped. So
if we're dropping another video, we're dropping solely for Poirier versus Holloway.
But also shout outs to Helms MMA.
Yeah, Helms MMA invited us. I was the one in attendance. Highgard really had a long day, but Helms MMA invited us to a watch party on Discord. I say thank you to Helms, C-Dubs, Heavy. Beanbag, all them guys, y'all were cool. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for hosting my student, Wolf. Highgard Sensei is very pleased. Thank you guys for partnering.
If you guys are having another one, I definitely join up.
We'd like to be there
with the right conditions, internet and all that being what it is in Nigeria.
Yeah, seeing as we live in the third world. But shout out you guys, and then shout out everybody who watches our videos, who comments.
Thank you guys.
Shout outs and even the very lost individuals, in the 2 UFC group chats, the ones who say Peyton Talbot is generational, and the fans are hoping Paddy Pimblett can beat Ilia. I'm sorry, if Paddy Pimblett and Ilia is being made, I am rooting for Evil to win.
Evil must win.
Only way I'm rooting against Ilia is if Islam Makhachev comes back to stop this evil dude. But if Ilia has to fight Aman Sarukian and Paddy, I have to become his fan. Yeah. But man, Ilia is just so great.
Good dude, bro. He's a
great fighter.
I think he'll have
a great career. And
by the end of his career, I think he will be honestly one of the goats of MMA.
Yeah, but shout out to Ilia Topuria. Check out our other videos. Tell us what you think in the comments below.
If you think we're talking shit, let us know.
And also, don't forget to keep your hands up
and protect yourself at all times.